Hello, I'm Sarah Stackhouse with Real News Communications Network, and today we're talking about a new video that's gone viral. A lot of news stations are reporting across the country. It's called the Momo Challenge, where the video actually talks about telling kids about ways to inflict self-harm and commit suicide. That video has been since taken down from YouTube and certain social sites because it does violate some of the terms. But here to talk about this is Lee Richardson, who is the Brain Performance Center founder. Lee, how are you?
I'm great, thanks, Sarah.
Yeah. So what are your thoughts on this video? It's pretty creepy looking.
It's horrifying. It is absolutely horrifying. I looked at it online and it scared me. And
Yeah.
I think that, when you see it on, kids are used to going to YouTube for a lot of good information. So when you see something on that type of venue, you give it credibility. Now, YouTube's not posting it, they're being hacked into, but it's there. And a lot of times, kids and parents, it's a trusted source. They think they know what their kids are seeing on the internet. And when you see something like that jump up out at you and tell you to self-harm yourself and, give you instructions on how to kill yourself, that can create a very high level of risk.
Absolutely, and it's a very bizarre and new avenue for a lot of these parents to kind of get through, navigate. What are your thoughts on if you're a parent and you're seeing this maybe for the first time, or you're finding out that your kid was watching this? How do you even broach that conversation?
I think I would broach that conversation very openly and honestly. And, it's all about understanding that we want safety. We want you to be able to have fun on the internet. We want you to be able to use the internet for your homework, but it's got to be done in a safe manner.
Absolutely.
And parents need to be involved in that. They need to know where their kids are going and even where they access the internet. Do it at the kitchen table. So while mom's cooking dinner, she has at least one eye over your shoulder. And let them know if you see something that scares you, or if you see something that alarms you, or that you just don't think is right, tell me. Yeah. Please tell me, because we have a responsibility to report that. It's my understanding they're accessing the information through an app, special app that's used on Facebook. And the app is saying, they're taking the social responsibility for it. But if we don't report and if we don't block numbers as parents, then they're not going to have the information to work with.
Absolutely, and you already kind of touched on this, but all these new apps, all these new videos, all these new ways for kids to access this information and for people to harm our children. How do you keep an eye on everything? I know, the computer in the kitchen, but are there any other tools that you can use or ways that you can keep an eye on what your kids are doing without really crossing that line and not, putting them in a bubble and not letting them do anything?
Well, I think that you be involved with what they do and be part of what they do on the internet, because you're right. Technology is a big part of our life. I mean, kids turn their homework in over their phone. Right. So they've got to endorse and lean into technology. Sure. But they've also got to understand that it's okay to say no to peer pressure. It's okay to be alarmed by something that they see. And that they have a responsibility, if they see something alarming, to report it, because it could hurt somebody else.
Absolutely. And if you think that your child is dealing with any kind of depression or anxiety because of some of these videos, or just in general, what are some steps that you can take? And tell us a little bit about what you do with the Brain Performance Center.
Well, I think that, I do work with a lot of kids that have anxiety and depression, and I'm amazed at how young that starts. But it's part of it is because that brain is still so underdeveloped. Sure. The brain is not fully developed until you're in your mid to late 20s. So there's a huge degree of vulnerability. And things like conceptual thinking, they can't do things like that. So for them to see something online that's very scary and think through, that's probably not true. Their brain's not capable of that at a really young age. Their brain is capable of imprinting that horrible memory in the back of their head, and then when they go to bed at night, they see that, or they start having nightmares. So as parents, I suggest that we watch our children's behavior very closely. And if all of a sudden, your child is having trouble going to sleep, or if your child is not eating, or is very irritable, or picking fights with their siblings, pay a little attention to that.
Sure.
You know, those are red flags. Be aware of those red flags.
Okay. Well, Lee, thank you so much. What is the best way to contact the Brain Performance Center?
You can find us online. We have a YouTube channel, a Facebook page. We have a good old-fashioned website. Or you can always give the office a call and arrange for a complimentary consultation. And that number is 817-500-4863.
All right, Lee of the Brain Performance Center. Thanks again, Lee.
Thanks, Sarah.
All right, for Real News Communications Network, I'm Sarah Strackhouse.